welcome to Scary Town, the Goosebumps and Fear Street review show. And I've been saying that for a while. It's a Fear Street review show, and I haven't actually reviewed a Fear Street book in months. So, Halloween's around the corner, and it just so happens there's a few Halloween-themed Fear Street books. So, we're going to go back to Fear Street and review The Halloween Party. There's the back there. And the tagline for this is, there's going to be an uninvited guest at this Halloween party on Fear Street. And it's just looking at that great cover is like this freaky looking pumpkin that's got the skull face, and the girl's just like, "Er," and she's in a graveyard and it's like, "Whoa, what's going on there?" So, if you're not familiar with Fear Street, we'll read the back here, and it explains what Fear Street is. Welcome to Fear Street. Don't listen to the stories they tell you about Fear Street. Wouldn't you rather explore it yourself and see if its dark terror and unexplained mysteries are true? You're not afraid, are you? So, Fear Street is a completely different series by R.L. Stine, and it's more aimed at teenagers, like mostly girls, and there's this street in Shadyside called Fear Street, and that's where all this freaky stuff happens, like murders. Some of the houses are abandoned and haunted and stuff, and so there's that, and there's a lot of crazy stuff happens on Fear Street, and there's this family called the Fears that used to live there, and they had like this mansion, and it burned down, and all this terrible stuff happens and stuff. So and so there's like a ton of the Fear Street books. So the Halloween Party is about Terry and Nikki, a couple that are invited to this Halloween party by this new girl. And this new girl is like amazing, like she's like the hottest girl in school, and everybody wants to get to know her, but they don't really know her too much because she's kind of new. And so she invites like 8 or 9, I believe, kids to the Halloween party, which is kind of unusual because she doesn't really know the people she's inviting. And she specifically says the people she's inviting, you can't bring your own dates to the Halloween party, like for whatever reason. It's very strange. And there's 2 guys, the local bullies, that are not invited, and they very upset about this, and so there's a slow build towards the Halloween party, and the kids find out that half of the group is kind of separated into these 2 factions, the jocks, and then there's the wimps, where Terry is actually lumped in with the wimps. And his girlfriend Nikki is kind of undecided because she thinks the whole thing is really stupid to kind of like split themselves into these 2 groups. And at the core of this story is there was this friendship between Terry and Alex, and they used to be like best friends, like their childhood friends that grew up with each other. And Alex was going out with Nikki at first, and then they broke up, and then Terry started going out with her, and then, of course, Alex did not like that, and then this kind of caused them to separate, and they were like kind of like enemies ever since. And so throughout the story, they're like butting heads, but eventually you can start seeing that they want to reconcile and be friends again. So there's that, and it's incredible. It really is the core to the story. And so there's this mystery going on, like the wimps and the jocks are playing these pranks on each other, just kind of goading each other and stuff. And the pranks get more and more nasty until eventually, like Terry opens his locker and he finds like this dead bird there, like strapped to his tennis racket, and is like, ugh. So it's clearly getting out of hand, right? and then it gets into the Halloween party, and it's just, there's a lot of stuff going on there as well. Justine has her uncle there, and she's like obviously rich because she's like decked out the whole place with like all these elaborate decorations and stuff, and it's pretty awesome. It's I mean, it's called a Halloween party, and it definitely delivers on that aspect as far as how crazy this is all Halloween. And she's got like these games and these surprises and such, and it essentially turns into a murder mystery because one of the kids is found dead, and so they're trying to figure out, you know, they're kind of trapped in there in the house with a potentially killer, and they don't know who it is. But if you're paying attention and you're like intelligent, you will know that it can really only be one person, and it's pretty obvious because they kind of shows some clues along the way, and one really big clue that Nikki stumbles upon. So that's the Halloween party. It's just a great story. Like I say, like at the core, is Terry and Alex reconciling, you know, just putting aside their differences and realizing, you know, we used to be good friends, and at the end they come together, and it's pretty great. And just it's a pretty cool story, even though, like I said, it's pretty predictable as far as like the identity of the killer. But it's just a great Halloween story if you were, you know, into something a bit more mature and graphic and scary than Goosebumps. Fear Street Halloween Party is definitely fits the bill, and it's not a very long story either. It's about the same length as the Goosebumps book. It's just, you know, intended for a more mature audience. So that's Fear Street Halloween Party. It's awesome. I had a lot of fun with it, and with this review done, I will definitely continue to put out some more Fear Street reviews, and hope you guys enjoy them as much as Goosebumps reviews. So give them a chance. You might find yourself a fan of the Fear Street if you check them out. If you're interested in something a bit more more adult, more mature, maybe not as mature, it's still R.L. Stine books. So it's definitely worth checking out if you're into something a bit more different. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.